conservatory has been a prominent feature in the UK for decades. It's usually seen as an inexpensive and practical way to bring light and space to the home. But technology has moved on considerably in recent years, and market leader Ultraframe is at the forefront of developing conservatory roof systems that ensure that your new space can be used all year round. So let's take a look at a fantastic example of today's conservatory technology.
Debbie, thank you so much for inviting us into your beautiful home and of course your lovely new conservatory.
Oh, that's okay, thank you for coming.
It's absolutely beautiful and there's so much light in here as well, isn't there?
Yes, there is. That's one of the things we wanted. When we decided to get the conservatory, we were extending on the kitchen and I wanted somewhere for my dining table, but I also wanted somewhere to sit. So I didn't really want it to look too much full of glass. I wanted it to have a little bit of a living area as well.
And did you always have an idea in mind for a conservatory?
Not to start with. I think, as always, when it's a new house, you're happy with what you've got. But I think it's the view out there, and having our dining table, which was originally in the kitchen, wanted it to have a better view. So coming here, then the decision was made to have a conservatory.
But did you have much say in the shape and the design of the conservatory? Because you obviously knew where you wanted it.
Yes, that's right. They were really helpful, and because we kept changing it, and then he would go out and do some more measurements, and it had to be extended a little bit further. But they were really helpful. You didn't get the impression that they were getting fed up with you saying, oh, no, I'm not sure about that, and they were very, very good.
So I'm assuming when you do go to your retailer, they're very helpful in telling you what would suit the area and to help you with the ambience of what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's right. We wanted something that would blend in with the house. We didn't want it to look as if it had been added on and looked an eyesore. We wanted it to blend nicely to go in with the house, and they were very considerate about doing that. It's the bricks on the outside. If you had a look, they got the bricks to match the house. It's silly little things like how many lights do you want? We had the lights put in, wanted those to go in, and how many did we want? Is that enough? Do you want less? They were very particular about what we wanted.
And how much disruption was it for you, and how easy did you find the process of getting the conservatory built?
No disruption whatsoever. They were it happened really very quickly. And once the guy had been and with his computer and chose our design, decided on what we wanted, they went off, they phoned, and within about 2-3 weeks they were in digging up the foundations ready to go.
So speaking a bit about design, it's a very particular area here for you, isn't it? I think it was very important, you were saying earlier, solidity of the conservatory and flowing in with the feel of the house, and especially with this roof, which is stunning, with your deep pelmets on the side and your spotlights and the way it points. Is this exactly what you had in mind?
Yeah, I didn't want the old-fashioned type conservatory. I wanted it to look like a room, but to have as much light from the glass as it's got. I wanted us to enjoy our scenery, but also to make it cosy, especially in the evenings when we can put the lights on. So, it just adds that to it, makes it a little bit more of a dining room in the evening, and then you've got your sofa for the day and the light from all the glass. So, yeah, that was one of the reasons why we picked to have I don't know what you would call it.
It's called a living room, actually, aptly named.
Oh, really?
To give that feel of coziness and space, so it does become part of the living space. And I think as well with climate control in here, it will help to keep
it warm.
Keep it warm, especially in the winter months. And very interestingly, the roof is it's a bespoke roof made for the area you live in, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I believe when you first start to look, you pop in your postcode, and then it's made with your area in particular. So I think here you get quite high winds.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So it's just slightly different from conservatories in other areas because of those winds. So if you were to live somewhere which had a lot of snow, it would be changed again. So very technical, but very clever. It's quite important to you as a family base to be able to have a space that you can enjoy, especially with this much light in the evenings, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. With the boys as well, it's nice. We have sitting on our dining room table with the boys, and then we can kick them out. and have the nice sofa.
Have some romance in the evenings.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your overall experience from the very start to the end?
Very smooth. I don't think there was any, well, there wasn't. There were no hiccups along the way at all. It was a very smooth process.
I think a fear for a lot of people when they're picking a conservatory is the worry about costs for heating a space and hidden costs as well, and even building it. And did you find that there was any surprises in that area, or was it what you expected?
I think the price was exactly what we expected. There were no hidden costs. They said the price and that was it. There was nothing else added or taken away. It was as it was. So yes, it was perfect. There were no problems at all.
And now you can sit here for the rest of your days enjoying that absolutely beautiful view out the back.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lovely.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us. I have to say, I think they've done a stunning job here.
Yeah, me too. It's lovely. It's my room, this is.